1897. America still rode horses. Airplanes didn't exist. Yet one night, people looked up and saw glowing ships in the sky. Who built them? Or were they even human at all? The year was 1897, a time before flight, before radio, before modern science had an explanation for the impossible. And yet one quiet evening in Sacramento, California, people looked up and saw a strange light moving silently across the sky. It wasn't a comet. It wasn't a balloon. It was something mechanical, glowing like fire, moving with purpose. Within weeks, more and more reports began to appear. From Texas, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, and even as far as Michigan, people described enormous airships, metallic crafts shaped like cigars with bright rotating lights and mysterious figures seen aboard. Some said the ships flew so low they could hear voices. Others swore they heard music coming from the sky. Newspapers couldn't ignore it anymore. The headlines screamed, "A mysterious airship seen over Texas. Strange craft terrifies farmers. Man claims to have spoken with airship pilot." Yes, spoken. In several small towns, witnesses claimed the airship actually landed. In Meridian, Mississippi, a local farmer said a man stepped out, dressed in strange clothing, speaking perfect English. The man reportedly said, "We are testing a new flying machine, years ahead of your time." Then, just as quietly, he climbed back aboard and disappeared into the clouds. But how could this be? The Wright brothers wouldn't fly until 1903, 6 years later. So if this was a man-made invention, who was flying it? And why was it never seen again? Then came the most shocking incident of all. Aurora, Texas. It was early morning when locals heard a massive explosion. A strange craft had crashed into a windmill, scattering burning debris across a farm. As the smoke cleared, they found the body of a small being. Not human, fragile and metallic looking. The townspeople buried it in the local cemetery, marking the grave with a simple stone and a piece of metal that no one could identify. Years later, the government visited Aurora. The strange metal fragment vanished, and the grave marker mysteriously disappeared. Locals still say that every April, faint lights appear over that same spot, like the sky is remembering something it lost. Some historians think the airship sightings were part of a secret experiment. A few even link them to Nikola Tesla, who at the same time was testing wireless electricity and strange electromagnetic inventions. Could one of his lost designs have created something capable of flight? Or others have a darker theory, that these weren't human at all, that something ancient had returned, something that had been watching humanity long before we learned to look up. Ancient legends from native tribes spoke of sky beings, glowing visitors who came down in fire and light. Were the airships of 1897 a forgotten echo of those same beings? Whatever the truth may be, one fact remains. The reports stopped as suddenly as they began. By 1898, the skies were quiet again. No lights, no ships, no sightings, only old newspaper clippings, fading photographs, and the memories of terrified farmers who swore they saw something real. And even today, when researchers dig into the archives, they find details too specific, too consistent to dismiss as imagination. Witnesses from states hundreds of miles apart describe the same design, the same sound, the same strange pilots. It's almost as if something, or someone, was traveling across America that year, observing, recording, then vanishing into the night. So, what really happened in 1897? Were these secret inventors years ahead of their time? Or visitors from somewhere far beyond Earth, reminding us that history isn't as simple as we think? Because sometimes the past isn't gone. It's just waiting to be rediscovered. TimeVault. Unlocking Forgotten History.